Going on? Everybody, not Dan here. Doing a quick stream. Figured one was maybe in order due to the recent fun. Fix one thing. I've been well, by the way. Thanks for asking. I gotta fix chats real quick. Let's pop this music down. So there actually is a little setting here that integrates into Twitch and all that, so that you guys can so that you can interact with the channel. But after I saw that fucking awesome thing in Medium, I was like, yeah, let me just nuke all of my app interconnects and start fresh. It's a time of starting fresh. So that's where we're at. But apparently Restream decided, nah, you don't need us integrated. We're just the main thing that you rely on. I wonder if I even can, or if I have to redo this over. That's us integrated. We're just an echo. We're just the main thing. Yeah, I've been doing well. Thanks, Hex Editing. I appreciate it, and I hope you've been doing well too. Give me just one quick freaking second. Figure out what's fucked. Maybe I just need to refresh it. I don't know. I know I deleted it. That's the thing. Dude, I've been rebuilding everything. So if you're wondering why it's taken so long, oh, look at that. It's awesome. You're gonna get a different camera view now. All going to hell. Hence the title name. If you're not fluent in Russian or whatever, that title is an interesting one. Here, you can watch me rebuild them right here. I need yeah. Get you sort of a view that you recognize. This one. Always said I'd be transparent. This is all like I was bitching to what's in my OPSEC the other night about how this is like turning into a fucking job. It really is. Okay. But we're good. Look at that. Now, figure out what's wrong with chat. This one I legitimately am confused on. But we'll pop this up here. Put you back to normal view. And then chats will just have to wait. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with them. Swear to God, I had it all fucking working. But I guess OBS had other things in plan for us. Okay, well now it's showing up. So it was just a refresh that was needed. So we're good. Everything's great, except for the video. I don't know why that's fucked, man. But I do know how to fix it. The sad thing is, I'm gonna have to do this every 15 fucking minutes because the camera lies to you. Pop this for her. Have it. Like, fucking love these issues. And by love, I mean absolutely despise. And this is what makes doing this fucking. Absolutely no reason that should have shut off. But it did. We're moving past it. You look so much different on that other camera. I do. And that's because I play tricks on you and do all sorts of trickery. No, it's actually the lighting. So a little behind the scenes, even more behind the scenes than you just were. Let me put it back to FaceTime for a second. So FaceTime, I can at the same time here show you that I'm not even fucking around with anything. There we go. So this is what I see. Pull something out. There's some lighting right there. There's some lighting right there. There's usually other lighting too. But it's daytime, so I don't know. There's some light that comes through, although it's a fucking gloomy ass day. And so usually what I do, have one more just for yellow light to come through. And that is usually how that works. I actually need to put a filter on the white light. That's bugging the shit out of me. So I'm gonna take one of these bad boys. Yellow filter. And we're gonna, oh, it's already in there. Shit. Let's make it more yellower. Nice. Totally sun yellow. God damn, those lights are bright. Like I leave I leave these shows feeling blind every episode, I swear to God. And it's because I am blind, but also it's just it's all the lights, man. And like so lighting for cinematography stuff, lighting is the key. And if you didn't already know, most of the reason I'm doing this, A, to have fun, but actually B, I just want to be able to know how to do live cinematography type of stuff. So it looks like what's on the menu for today, hackery and technical issues. You know, I just realized that apparently, oh, I was watching the stream output. Weird. Why is it delaying it for me, of all people? Like the preview's delayed now. Fucking OBS. They've done a lot of changes recently to their code base, and they're scrambling, trying to fucking figure out the M1 chip. Not doing a great job. There's a I'm being really critical of them because I have to do my own code base now in order to get it to work properly. And even then it's like hit or miss. So but yeah, they switched so many things up that like you can't broadcast properly anymore. Not with the latest update. All fucked. So we have to make do what we need to do. I don't know what that means at all. I'm blathering. But that's okay. Blathering's good. Not okay at all. It's actually a terrible trait. Update channels. I have one thing I need to do. Just for the people on Twitter so that they can join in alternate methods. Shouts to everybody that joined and everybody who didn't. You are dead to me. I'm just kidding. I'm doing this at a really weird time, so I understand that a lot of people probably will not join. That's good. That's cool. You can catch the rerun. I'm only going to be doing this for about an hour, actually. So soak it in. And now you can probably actually do the translation of the Russian that I put in. Enjoy that. All right, let's kick it off. So what do you guys suppose might be on the list? What do you think that might be? Yes, that's true. Nobody answered. It's a 15-second delay. We're talking about SolarWinds. Hey, SolarWinds. Linked to as many as 18,000 customers. 18,000? Seems really low. Really low. Of all of the people in my life that I know, or all the companies and people that I know, all of them were government or government related that were using SolarWinds, to the point that I had wrote a tweet and then like deleted it. At least I think I did. I was supposed to delete it. I might not have. Let me look. But it was basically a quick thing that I wrote that said, I've seen it beaconing that being SolarWinds. I've seen it beaconing since like back in 2011, I want to say. And I gotta say, I was more green than I am now. And so a lot of people talked me out of it, and they were like, "No, that's not it. It's a glitch." And it's not a thing. Don't worry about it. And so I I let it go and just dropped it. It was beaconing to what I thought was a Chinese IP, but it was still beaconing. It was actually via an SNMP trap, which was weird. I'd never seen that exfil method before. But I'm wondering, it'll be really interesting if the details come out about this, or maybe they have already and I just haven't seen it. But it'd be interesting if SNMP was one of the vectors that they were using. Or it could have just been that the Chinese had owned SolarWinds well before the Russians, and maybe the Russians kicked them out. Who knows? All I know is that I know what I saw, and it was a default config that, or at least a semi-default config that when I went online and looked, there were other customers complaining about it. Not a lot, but there were a few that had noticed it too. My coworkers at the time were like, "No, no, you have to be wrong." Yeah, I can't say much more on that because there's people probably even watching that know some of my history and know they could piece together where I was working at the time, and I don't want to blow up anybody's spot. But there was more to that story than what I'm just saying. And that it was what I consider bad times. So, yeah, anyways, so the current iteration of what was found is Cozy Bear, aka the Russians, aka the Russians are doing everything. And a lot of people like fucking poo-pooing this and being like, it's the Russians, you're just crazy. No, the Russians are actually fucking shit up. And we are not as a country. The Americans are not fucking shit up because we have a chilling effect on our society called the CFAA, which prevents us from fighting back in a fair and easy level playing field. One second, I need to respond to a text message. Okay, so let's jump into it. I want to look and see a little bit about this from chat. It says that the password was SolarWinds123. Whose password SolarWinds was? That's amazing. Not uncommon for any Fortune 500 to have that as their default password. Yeah. The QAnon people are going nuts over this. Yeah, I don't doubt that whatsoever. What's in my OPSEC is giving out his bank pin and his Windows pin and phone pin. But you know what? I actually, yeah, I do the same. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Come at me, bruh. Yeah, having a password of the company name 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or the year is amazingly common. So if you're on a red team assessment or even a blue team assessment that's aggressive in looking at vulnerabilities in your org, put that in your default top 10 because you will find amazing amounts of boxes. Usually it's developers that are using that kind of shitty password, but I've seen InfoSec people do it too. There's tons of InfoSec people that have just garbage passwords. Hex Editing writes that his bank pin is 1473. So it appears that the thing that we should be doing in chat is putting in our bank pins. So it's Bank Pin Wednesday. And basically, the way you play this game is you simply fucking put your pins for everything that you own into the chat, which I sadly have just figured out. I have to keep this window fucking focused in order for chat to win, or chat to come across. So a little bit of insight on just going back to some of the issues that you're going to notice, and it's going to be annoying as fuck until I figure out how to compile this. This is currently the first show running on the M1 chip. Ooh, the M1. But it's ARM based. It's not Intel chip based or anything. So it's got growing pains, we'll call them. But it's not growing pains for the chipset itself or the software. I've had 0 issues with mine so far, and I'm gonna knock on some fucking semi-fake wood. But I've had 0 issues except for lack of compatibility with people's software that they haven't made compatible with it. And one being OBS. OBS will not, that's bad on Castile. People can see what bank you're banking out of. That's a location OPSEC issue. Potentially. This is the point is OBS for any of the web browsers, because all of this is based on web browser shit. Google Chromium is what they use. All it is Google Chromium, and it opens up a small, kind of headless Google Chromium thing, renders a page, and it puts it in a window. Well, turns out Google Chromium needs a thing called CEF, or Chromium Embedded Framework, I think it's called. And it's not initially compatible with ARM out of the box unless you compile it with those settings. Of course, what do you think OBS does? Compile it with those settings. And so we're left with software that completely crashes unless you create a window, make a mirror of the window, and then mirror it onto here. So I finally figured that shit out. It's working, but it's annoying, really annoying. I think I probably need to hit that in order to make it not fucking shut off just about right now. I need to set a little timer, I think. But anyways, what's in my OPSEC wrote his entire credit card number, which I can still see, and all mods can still see. I get the impression that he didn't actually write his credit card number. And even if he did, we would still need the CVV and the expiration date. Not which we can brute force at all using a botnet in about 10 minutes. Anyways, back on the track. SolarWinds. So 18,000 customers. I think that's a really low number. That's probably the current number of Trojaned people that they could prove. It's as all breaches go. You saw this with Facebook. You saw this with Yahoo. All of the breaches grow exponentially as time goes by until eventually you're left with, oh, it was everybody. As it was with Yahoo, as it was with Facebook, Instagram, all these fucking companies just put out, especially when FireEye and Mandiant's involved. Mandiant and FireEye, in my opinion, I like them both, by the way. I would work for either one, I think. I don't know. I've heard things. But they're paid human shields, and that's like a fine position. That's a great position to be, as long as you're willing to take those bullets, because they're not actually taking them. They're just giving the ammo to the client to say, look, here, you can say this because technically it's true at the moment. and then they can say, well, look, our breach people told us it was 18,000 at the time, and that's how breach and mitigations work. Sorry to all of my cloud or not Cloudflare. Sorry to all of my CrowdStrike and all of my buddies running incident response, but y'all know it's true. All right, so yeah, go ahead. Tater Chip Jones says he's snitching us out to the PCI compliance officer. Absolutely, write to PCI at hacker.rehab. I swear that it will work, and you'll get a great response back. What do you guys think in chat? And what do you guys want to want to talk about on this? I mean, I haven't really been on Twitter much lately. In fact, I've been on it very, very little. Do you guys want to go into this? Have you heard about it enough? Is it fucking lame at this point? Are we beating a dead goddamn horse? Or do you want to hear maybe my kind of view on it and your view on it and call in and do whatnot? Because you can easily do it by going down here, down in this kind of area-ish. Is the phone number for the show. It's Mikasa Sukasa kind of deal. My show is your show. You can call in and be part of the show by calling 1-424-242-2546 or Google Hangouts by going to hangouts.hacker.rehab. I'm dropping the meets thing, meets.google.com, meats.google.com. It was a Google Meets thing. They gave you a meet of a month and whatever. It was just really, it was creepy that Google was doing that. And then there was also Meets, MEETS, which was a version of WebEx or something that somebody had turned us on to. I forget who in the chat, but it just didn't seem right for the show. There was too much interaction that I had to do and shit. And I'm going to guess it also was probably sending out everybody's IP address, and that's why they wanted us to do it. Too bad if that was what their plan was, because I really give out my IP address. I don't give a fuck. Like, if you want to DDoS me and fuck with the show, go for it. Is the bot not working? Let's just check, because the bot is an integral part of the, there it is, commands. I'm going to actually start the bot. Oh, Not Bear. Hey, Not Bear, how are you? I'm going to start the bot so that we can have music that you guys choose. That's another thing that you can do with the show, is jump on chat, any of them, Periscope, Twitch, DLive, WASD TV, which, by the way, WASD TV should now automatically go live. Oh, they finally got that working. Sweet. But yeah, it should now work. So let's see how successful that is. I gotta re-log in to Nightbot in order to get that shit to work. So, man, why is that not working actually? Let's try it this way. And somebody had wrote that they wanted to see my opinion on it, but I think that they're lying. They're lying. All right, we're gonna authorize Nightbot to steal all of my PII as well as yours. But we're gonna go to the song request, most importantly, and hit play. And now we got some music from Sad Sack. Let's just check the volume on that, and then we'll keep on moving. Not coming across at all. So that would be this. It's a little loud. It's the noise gate. I gotta turn it up or turn it down a little bit. Give me 1 second on that. Ah, fuck it. We'll leave it open. I think 5 is a good round number. Actually, it's not. But, all right, cool. So, the facetious chats about SolarWinds shall commence. Again, it's going to be a short show. It's going to be about an hour. And it's just mainly to test a few things and test and see if this setup's even going to work. Because if not, I actually have to go back in time and grab old packages and shit. Didn't Buddy work at Google? I'm not sure who Buddy is, but anyways, VK of all of them is not working, but who cares? Okay, so SolarWinds. What do you guys think? Do you think it was the Russians, or do you think it's false flag and it's Chinese masking as Russians, or CIA? Is it actually the Russians? That's a good question. Has anybody in chat actually seen what the heck's going on? Like, anybody in chat taking it apart? Or done anything with it? If you have, I would definitely love to know about it and hear about your firsthand experience so far in what you found. Standard Error joining too. What's up, Standard Error? So no self has probably the best answer to this, which is fuck. It's hard to tell, and it is. It truly is. Again, I will say when I saw this back in 2010, 2011 era. It was beaconing out to a Chinese IP address. It was SNMP string that was beaconing out to China, and it seemed like it was just a mistake, but it wasn't. I now don't believe it. Especially that they've been breached for some insane amount of time. I can't even remember the exact amount of time, but they've been breached for a long time. And there was a Senator Blumenthal, I want to say, that said the American public deserves to know the answers on this, because what I saw was downright frightening in his brief from the DoD and the people that actually know what's happening so far. And I would believe it. Like, it's definitely an easy thing to be afraid of, even when you're getting briefings on scary shit, like the fact that ISIS probably has the ability to do nukes and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. I think we do deserve, as the public, answers. The problem is, if we divulge the answers to the public, it's not just us that are going to hear about it. It's the adversary. And so I do understand a little bit of secrecy around this, especially in the initial stages. But yeah, it's a hard one to like give out. It's a hard one to do. I'm actually gonna put the music up for 1 second because I gotta take a wicked piss. So enjoy the music for a second. If you want to add to the music queue, do it up. It is Bang SR, and then the song title or the URL to it. Be right back. By the way, there is a doggo in here. He's down here. And he's judging all of you. Somebody in chat wrote, Hex Editing wrote, those darn CIA. I don't know what happened there. It got censored somehow, but yeah. All right, we'll turn that back down. So, damn, the queue's up to 66. You guys are never gonna get through that in the next half hour. Anybody else seen this in the wild, or seen parts of it? And again, has anybody else, like, I actually want a copy of these binaries. Somebody linked me to it, Decoded. Homeboy linked me to it, and I couldn't get it to download, and I can't be fucking bothered. So if you guys have a archive of it or a version of it, feel free to link me. Probably don't put it in chat. I'm guessing they're maybe watching it, but DM me with a priv note that has it, and that way you don't have to worry about anything. I mean, did any of you notice that the infected binaries were left up for a day? At least a day. After this announcement first took place? I did. It was left up for something like 21 hours. Or 25 hours, something like that. After the news broke. It was freely available on solarwinds.com. 2 days, I'm hearing in chat. My goodness. That's, like, how is that? I don't fucking get it, dude. That's insane. Why would they do that? The why is very simple. FireEye probably said, don't touch anything. We're coming. And they put somebody on a plane and they got there the next day. That's what I'm guessing happened. Or upper management just decided, nobody fucking touch a thing. We have a major problem here. Nobody touch anything. Everybody hands off. And that included, unfortunately, leaving the binary up. That's the only thing I can think. And then they figured, okay, mitigation will push a patch out or some shit. Or they might hear about it in the news. Either way, that's what I'm guessing. You want me to reset the song queue? I need to figure out how to make you guys a moderators of this shit, cause I don't have time to fuck with this while you're doing while I'm doing a show. So until I can do that, I can delete the ones that I just saw. But the rest of them, they're staying. This one only has another 30 seconds to it. They could have at least redirected traffic? No, because then you're messing with it. Like, I guarantee the CTO or even the CEO said, I don't want anybody touching anything. I'm not saying it was a good decision. I'm just saying it was a decision that was probably made at the highest levels of the company that said, oh fuck, we're already fucked. We're already fucked. It's already in the news. So don't fucking touch a thing until the pros get here. And it probably was a good call. I mean, it's not good for optics, obviously, but you'll notice the news didn't really report that much on the fact that it was left up for 2 days. So yes, there is a skip command, actually, but you have to pay for it. No, it didn't actually skip. It skipped because it was the end of the song. Let's see. Not only that, but the miscreants, strongly suspected to be Kremlin-backed Russian hackers, penetrated FireEye's servers. Aha! Okay, so they owned FireEye too. That's funny. I thought FireEye, I kept seeing FireEye's name throughout this article, and so I figured FireEye was the company brought in to do mitigation. Turns out, no, FireEye just got owned. And that's apparently... So FireEye's leak happened before this or after? Like, was that an attempt by the Russians or whoever to draw attention away from the fact that SolarWinds got owned? That seems plausible. So there's a lot going on here. A lot. These reek of American tactics, to be honest, but I won't say it is. But and not even American spy tactics. These reek of American hacker tactics. Like, I've seen this before. We've seen it with PAR and Mirai. You're close to getting caught. You drop the source code and you draw everybody's attention over here while you scurry away. And it almost worked for PAR. I think, didn't he, aka Anna Senpai, didn't he almost get away with it, except for he did something retarded, retired. Excuse me, I misspoke there. Didn't he do something retiring, saying that he DDoSed his own school or something really retired like that? That's what I think. And again, the fucking CIA. I don't know why it keeps doing that every time I go. Let's try it again. CIA. So bizarre. Anyways, looking for that COVID cure, and Homeland Security was compromised, including their email spools, which we all know is just not a problem at all. I think this is Russia. If I had to take a guess, it is Russian. It's retaliation for installation of who will probably be the worst nightmare for them, which is Biden. I'm not saying it's good or bad, but the Obama administration put so much pressure on the Russian government during his tenure that they were willing to fuck with our elections on an epic degree. They thought, probably rightfully, that Trump was a shoo-in for another 4 years. I certainly did. I absolutely said, well, we're getting another 4 years of this. He somehow lost and Biden won, and this is some of the things that they had in their back pocket in case that happened, because obviously it's been going on for years, right? I think they have intimate knowledge of how our government works, but I also think that we have intimate knowledge of how their government works. And so, are we innocent? Nah. Are they innocent? Nah. Is anybody innocent in all this? Nah, nobody is. And so you just kind of got to deal with it and assume everything's compromised, including your home network, because it is. And you got to just treat it like it is. Treat every microphone like it's hot. Treat every camera like it's hot. And it really eliminates a lot of paranoia in your life, a lot of stuff. You just assume everything's fucking compromised. I found it very simple. Yeah, the lulz were good with the orange man. Rest in peace. Oh wait, he didn't die. You can type F in chat anyways. So it was quickly suspected that the computers were infected via SolarWinds Orion, a network monitoring tool for Microsoft Windows. Isn't that interesting? The same tool. It appears someone again, Moscow? What the fuck? altered downloads of the SolarWinds website. Here's the other thing that gets me about this story. Backdooring software that's going out is not a Russian thing. It is a Chinese thing. You'll recall CCleaner. How long was that backdoored? That was China. That was China. That was not Russia, as far as I recall. The end result of the investigation was this is China. These are Chinese actors, and I think China's just gotten good at pointing the finger. And China has a lot more to lose right now than Russia. China is getting the fucking screws put to them by Trump and by Obama. So who has more kind of reason to be fucking with the US? Russia's had it great for the past 4 years. They've literally been left to their own devices to do what they want. China, on the other hand, has been getting fucked with hardcore. I would almost put this on China, and that would line up again with what I've seen in the past, directly seen. And I'm not making this up. I probably actually still have the details of it, to be honest. I can look, but those are old archives, and I don't keep data anymore. So that probably has a bullet through it, or a bullet or 6 through it. Our Cozy Bear, the hackers that breached the DNC. Well, yeah. Oh, who are they? Oh, it's just a story piece on them. Yeah, probably. There you go. No self has it. Well, the thing is that Biden is going to fuck Russia up. And that would be one reason that they would... First of all, I don't think any of the actors burned themselves. I think somebody finally noticed it that didn't get talked down by their seniors. Because literally, I was like we were gonna involve the anti-terrorism units and stuff because I considered it to be that serious. Yeah, I really wish I could go deeper into that one, but I couldn't. I was like a greenhorn back then. It's when it came to this level of fuckery. I dealt with companies that did inconsequential stuff that foreign APT, first of all, didn't exist back then. This was before Stuxnet. At least I think it was, or right during it. There was it was crazy talk to say that if a government was fucking with you. But at the time when I noticed it, I was working at a place that the governments overseas would definitely fuck with. And in hindsight, I really wish I would have stuck my ground. So if there's any lesson to learn for today's show, it's if you see something insane or something shady that really looks bad, don't let a senior or even a manager talk you out of it if you really believe it's true. Double check your homework, make sure you're crossing your T's and dotting your I's and whatnot, but go with it. If it takes going to the CEO or way upper management, do it. Because I wish I did. I do. Yeah, I think a lot of people are actually greenhorns in InfoSec, and that's what No Self said. Subcool said that person asked the difference between them. Okay, I could pull that article up in a little bit. The problem is we're running a little short on time. I got 20 minutes left. I'm just looking at this FireEye intrusion tie-in. It's not clear whether FireEye intrusion and exfiltration stem directly from the bad installation of Orion. I think that's a pretty good assumption to make, and I know the register a bit. They are not a company or a paper to make statements like this just on a lark. They probably were told off record that that's what happened and couldn't cite a record or couldn't cite anybody, and so they had to write it this way. There's no way that the register I know would just write some bullshit like this and conflate the two for no reason. So you got to read between the lines on a lot of this stuff, especially when it comes to nation state and national security. You got to read between the lines. You gotta kind of see what people are really saying in order to know what they're saying. It's sad that we live in a world like that, but we do. And it looks like Kevin Mandia himself, who does not... Oh no, he does work for FireEye now. But that means that Mandiant probably got hacked too, because Kevin Mandia is the owner, or was the owner / start guy for Mandiant, right? And so if he knows this much, the compromise is delivered through... Oh, he's saying is delivered. All right, so he didn't actually say this about FireEye, but FireEye seems to know quite a bit about it. So I don't know. There's enough there that I would say that the register's assumption that they were related is probably right. And yeah, we asked FireEye straight up if it was hacked via SolarWinds update, and the spokesperson told us simply, our investigation is still ongoing. That means somebody might have gave them a hint. Wasn't me. Who are the hackers and how did they get in? I'm gonna assume this is a probably taking some of the information from Subcool's link that he posted in chat so graciously, and I appreciate that, Subcool. Thank you so much. I'm gonna actually post the link that I'm looking at right now. So don't pull the link. It was a response to Vilna's question in chat. What? No. Don't pull the link. I don't know what you mean by don't pull the link, but I'm not gonna put it up on the screen. Don't worry. I will read it though. I don't have it on the clock for today's show. At least not right now. Maybe later tonight. Now that this is actually sort of working. I think the shows can be done like this until either I recompile OBS to work properly with Chromium CEF, or OBS developers finally read their emails or whatnot that I sent to them, telling them how to fix it. I'm not a coder. I'm not like good at this shit, so I don't know how to fucking do it. If any of you want to do it and save the day, that'd be amazing. Just don't backdoor it. I think that we're beating a dead horse here. Like this is a lot of stuff. Boy, oh boy, no self. You got me. I gotta open this one because god damn it, I'm sick and fucking tired of this. You realize that this is insider trading, right? If you work at a firm of any kind, I don't care what it is, and you get wind of a major breach that's happened and you sell stock right beforehand, you are instantly on the SEC's watch list and they will investigate the shit out of you. And like, how much could they have possibly made on this? Well, it says right here, $280 million. Okay, maybe I would chance it for that. But this is fucked up. Like, these people should be fucking held to the same standards that I would be held for if I saved myself $1 million. $280 million worth of stock sold off just days before the news of the far-reaching federal cyber attack, which undoubtedly crippled SolarWinds and probably ruined that company forever. They're going out of business, most likely. So yeah, like there's some shit going on here. These two investment firms, Silver Lake and Tama Bravo, first of all, they sound like upstate fucking firms that pretend they're on fucking First Street. But they're meanwhile they're in like they're in the island. But yeah, a 70% of all SolarWinds stock was controlled by 6 of the company's board seats, and then they sold it all off. Yeah, they knew. They knew days before, and this is why I say they knew, and they kept the binary up. They sold their stock off. Like, all this shit happened, and it's not any coincidence. I don't give them the benefit of the doubt at all, and neither should you. And like, even if they're watching right now somehow, which I know they're not, but even if they were, like, call in and defend yourself then, because this reeks of insider trading, and they absolutely should be. Look at this. The fucking CEO announced his resignation after 10 years with the company. He had golden handcuffs, you know he did, but he also had a golden parachute. That means that if you leave the company, no matter what, by firing, by quitting, by doing whatever, you still get like another $10 million just because. The reason I know this, a company accidentally left the golden parachute clause in a friend's hiring papers, and he was like, I'm signing this right the fuck now. And he got it. He got the golden parachute clause. And so homeboy was able to like just leave the company, and when he left, he got his money. He was fired too, I think. Yeah, Gizmodo, I wouldn't necessarily call reputable, but they're more reputable than like the freedomfighterblog.com. So we're getting there. We're getting there in management rumors and articles. First day, stock took a tumble of 22%. I wonder where it's at right now. I've actually, back when the, what was it? Oh man, I'm spacing on the name. The little chips that were on the that were on the motherboard. That company, I'll think of it in a second, or you guys will put it in chat. But that company took a fucking hit that same day. They went down maybe 30 to 50% that day. I bought a fuck ton of stock, and because I knew it was going to bounce back up. There's always a bounce back. I would guess today is probably the day to buy stock in these companies. SolarWinds. Good on whoever put 4 on floors on. Hell yeah. All right, look at this. Look at this shelf. That's actually not that bad. $23 to $18. They're lucky they only took that amount of a hit. But I would still probably buy around here. And then it's going to go up. It's going to go back up. It always does. Breaches don't ever cause any long-lasting impact. The thing is, I think as the FBI and as people investigate, they're going to find more shit. And this company is dead. They're headquartered in Austin too. Yeah, there's just so many. I think as the investigations come in, like there's just so many fucking articles about how they're gonna get investigated. I think they're gonna find rampant insider trading, and the company's dead. 23% drop. Yeah, I think it could go down to 40%. If it goes down, yeah, Super Micro. Thank you, Not Bear. That's exactly what it was. Super Micro dropped I'll show you exactly where I bought on Supermicro. Let's see, the news must have been there. Yeah, the news was there. I bought it at about $12. Sold at about 20. That was a nice chunk of change. I mean, obviously the more stock you buy, the better you do. But you're always taking a chance that it's gonna keep going down lower, which I did. I took that chance, but I knew Solar or Supermicro was in enough companies and not replaceable easily enough that they had to bounce back up. They just had to. But it also is a very shady company. Like, they got big problems with their books. SolarWinds, I don't know much about. So I can't tell you. I know SolarWinds makes some products, some software products that are semi-irreplaceable, but I mean, how hard is it to replace a trace route piece of software, you know? They do some other management stuff, but like Puppet, all these other software things exist to replace them. And I think a lot of companies are in the process of doing that right now. I think a lot of companies that are tied to the government are purely getting rid of them without a replacement in stock. We're gonna see a doggy fly away. Goodbye, puppers. I don't know if you're gonna see him. He left. He went. Bye-bye. I gotta close the door. I'll be out in about 15. All right, I had to take care of something. Okay. Did you catch the doggo on stream? Yes, that means I can mark like 30 requests for doggos. The other one, you got to see both of them, hopefully, but the other one came back in to host the show. I told her no, I'm gonna handle the rest of this episode. But yeah, Dutchy, sorry about that. You can catch the VOD, but I will redo the show, and maybe I'll do a little overtime. But this was mostly just a test to see if the current setup that I'm using is going to work. Again, if any of you has some coding chops and wants to do the fix, do the needful, let me show you what needs to happen. Also, if you guys want to talk about another topic real quick before we leave, we can do that. Chromium CEF, macOS, ARM. There we go. So right here, building Chromium on ARM64. This is it. This is it. This is all you gotta fucking do. Let me look for the actual instructions. They give you step-by-step instructions on how to do this. I was pretty bugged by this the other night, so I just fucking threw it away. Yeah, there we go. There. This is it. This is it. You can use a Go 1.15 binary release under both Rosetta 2 and Bootstrap, and then Go Arch ARM64, and then you make it. That's it. That's all you gotta do. But the good folks at OBS are not really too keen on doing stuff easily. It also does need to be code signed, which is why I have to make it for myself. Maybe I'll try and do that, but I can code sign, and I think I might do that. Anyways, the keywords: Chromium embedded or Chromium CEF and ARM64 support. That's it. That's all it's needed. Otherwise, it is not gonna work. It'll just keep crashing. Even if you run it as Intel, like you know how Apple was like, oh, you can run Intel based binaries on our systems. Well, that's true, you can, but since that's a forked process, it forks it into Intel territory only, and it fucks it up. Uh-oh, hex editing's getting too close. We're gonna wrap this stream right now. He's 1,000 points away from free O days. A lot, actually, some of my O days I've actually given out on the stream. Those are parts of the stream that I cut out and don't put out for the public. I thought this one was interesting. The Zodiac Killer cipher was cracked after 51 years, and all it is a taunt. It's just a taunt. I hope you're having fun chasing me. Well, some are, but some people actually want to like caught. Has anybody seen the Radeon 6000 series? No self asked. I have not. What's good with the Radeon 6000 series? I'm not afraid of the gas chamber. Famous words. Love it. These are interesting words here. It's not no video. I'm wondering how the Linux drivers are. I mean, anything that runs on ARM is going to run on it. I'll tell you what, VMware, totally fucked. I can't run anything on VMware. So I'm dead in the water in a lot of places, which makes it kind of shitty. Like it's also not bare. I didn't know that you actually had requested one, so we can get that going. I can't promise that it won't be the same one, but yes, I can promise that. By the way, I want to point this out for just so I don't let anybody down too bad. The when I say 0 day, I don't necessarily mean it's like 0 day code. It's 0 day knowledge on methods and different ways of doing things. Yeah, that's true too. VMware doesn't normally run. Yeah, you got me there. But yeah, we'll see. I might have 0 day code still. Like I definitely have some 0 day stuff, code wise, for some things. But we'll work it out. You know what I mean? Fuck. Like, yeah. If you want to go code only, I can make that happen. I want the exploit too. I don't understand what that means. I'm giving you exploit knowledge of how to do things that nobody else knows how to do. Interesting way to spell paradise, and also what other group of people say paradise frequently as it relates to the afterlife. Just coincidences, I suppose. Hospitals are leaving millions of sensitive medical images exposed online. Yeah. This is a very big topic. Who's doing it? Is it just more fucking S3 buckets? Nas. Nice. That's ridiculous. Pisses me off. I hate seeing this stuff. Because nobody ever gets in trouble. Nobody. Oh, Spotify got breached. Hell yeah, nice. Not me. They did not make me redo my password. Well, so expose my MRI scans. You know, you say that jokingly, but CT scans or CAT scans, they give you literally a 3D image of somebody's body. Like I've definitely seen the peen in 3D in plenty of my scans. So I mean, it gives you full resolution and like skin tone and everything in the scans. So one could consider that private. I would. I don't have anything to worry about, but I think a lot of people would be pretty pissed to know that. Nobody ever looks at their fucking CT scans though. Like you get the CD, you bring it home, you never look at it. I do. And like if you actually download the doctor's version of the software, you can recreate the CT scan 100%, and it'll put the slices together, and then you can see a full 3D model of yourself. Like I have 3D models of my head, of pretty much my entire body at this point, except for my like legs and stuff. But yeah, like it's pretty crazy. And yeah, I do have a CAD model of my cock. My cock and balls. I mean, it's the truth. I'm not even joking. Multiple, as a matter of fact. Oh shit. All right, so Spotify was all fucked. That's not hard to believe. Like, Spotify's software is pretty shit. Yeah, we get to bring it home, of course. It's our data. We paid for it. A lot for it. All right, we already know about that. Stop the bleeding. So uninstall it then. Yeah, we get that. I'm not even gonna go through this, who cares? We get it. Solar winds, bad. Stay away. I think we all would do that if we had a high-res cock scans. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of fun. I won't lie. It was interesting seeing it for the first time. I didn't think the resolution got that crazy. But then I'm like, whoa, what the? Okay, that's my dick. But yeah, I mean, like it takes a fucking actual, because, I mean, think about what a CT scan is. It's a full spectrum scan of all tissue in your body, both bone, inside the bone, veins, like everything. But it also takes pictures of your skin, and so you definitely are left with a full view, and it'll paint the skin on your body and shit. It's really crazy. Like I was actually gonna do that on a stream. I was gonna put it up, and like I don't mind showing that stuff. The problem is Twitch does. And so I couldn't figure out a good way to like definitely censor the cock. So I had to bail on that idea for now, but maybe I'll revisit that in some way. I mean, it is medical, right? It's not pornography. So who knows? I've emailed Twitch a bunch of times, asking them if I can do certain things, like the Darknet episode. They will not respond, so I don't know what to say. Looks like Firefox patched a critical mystery bug. It also impacts Google Chrome. What do you suppose would impact both? Bueller? Probably a renderer of some sort. I'm gonna guess video, H.264 probably, or sound, probably AAC. Let's see if I'm right. I've not looked at this prior. JavaScript component called big int Oh, interesting. It's not. But I guarantee, yeah, V8. It's always V8. V8's like where it's at. If you're reverse engineer or you develop vulnerabilities, look at Chrome's V8 infrastructure and Chrome's V8 implementations. You'll find just numerous vulnerabilities over and over again. That's all that they've been exploiting lately. And those are bad ones too, because those go through the sandboxes. It's really bad shit. I think that's all really to say on that. But yeah, look at this. It allows hackers to launch privilege escalation attacks in the Linux kernel. That's not good. V8, go after it. Fucking just just bang it. And WebAssembly, of course. WebAssembly is such a stupid idea. I really don't like it. But it's a nice way in to escape virtual machines, including the virtual machines in browsers. So cool. Really good times. All really good times. And then Twitter, the last story that I had up here. I do agree, by the way, Not Bear had wrote, that's not a fox, it's a red panda. I agree. It's not a fox. It's not a firefox. It's a red panda. Twitter scores the first, I don't know if they scored anything. They fucking scored another paycheck. But they got fined $450,000 by Ireland. Shouts to my Ireland buddies. But they violated the GDPR. And you want to know what Twitter and Facebook and all of these companies are going to do? They're going to go, oh, really? We violated GDPR? Oh, that's so bad. Well, I guess we're just going to have to pull all of our users under California and California's Privacy Act, where we did lobby the local government to leave us out of it, and we don't get penalized. So that's, what are you going to do about it? That's what they're doing. And if you don't believe me, yeah, top stories. Facebook moving all of the UK users to California terms, avoiding UK privacy rules or EU privacy rules. And that's all they'll do, because again, Facebook can go, oh really? Oh, we violated another country's shit? Oh, well, I guess you just don't get Facebook anymore, huh? Or you play by our rules. It's kind of like that South Park skit with the cable companies, at least in the US. They're like, oh really? You gonna change carriers, huh? Okay. Yeah, go ahead and change from Comcast to, oh, that's right. There are no other cable companies. Sad but true. It's just article after article. And that is how that works. If you want more news and interesting stuff, Packet Storms is kind of where I go, just because I'm biased, but they got a lot of good news this week. There is ooh, this one's nice. Wormable code exec in Cisco Jabber. 9 out of 9. Jesus. Or 9 out of 10. Good lord. That's bad. Again, Chromium embedded framework. Nice. So the thing I'm trying to fix to use is the thing I should stay the fuck away from. I think I'm just going to leave shit the way it is right now. Euros, not dollars. Yeah, agreed. Like, it is 0% of their yearly revenue. Go take a look at Twitter's yearly revenue. It's insane. So yeah. And hex editing, I'm not sure what you're saying with that. This is the last question I'll take for the night. Hex editing wrote show in DMs. I'm not sure what you mean. But I'm sure what I mean when I say, yeah, I think we got what I would consider sort of successful show, kind of, under the belt. If you didn't translate the Russian so far for the show name, it's something interesting to translate. I love you all. We'll see you either later tonight or the weekend. It's almost the weekend. It's Wednesday. But yeah, it's the holidays season. It's Christmas season, god damn it. It's also Hanukkah. But yeah, we'll see how the shows run over the next few weeks. I had actually planned on ending the show, like, not permanently, but for the year, a few shows back, episode 50. But I've kind of kept it going a little bit, mainly just because I wanted to test a few things. So hopefully you had a good time hanging out. I did. Let's do this again. Yeah, let's do it again. Until next time. See you guys later. I'll pod some music up for a little bit, and yeah, we'll listen to some music that you guys picked out. I'll clear the queue after, like, while we're not on the air, but that's kind of the stuff that I can't do while we're on the air. Either that or I can, and you guys can just wait a long time. But I have a feeling you guys don't want to do that. We'll see. Thanks for stopping by. Not Bear, thanks for stopping by as well. Axe Editing, No Self, Dutchy, all you guys, you fucking rule. I love you. And everybody that I forgot, I apologize, but I absolutely, you all rule. So putting music up and saying bye. Peace. Hustle, flex a little muscle and find pieces to the puzzle so we can put it back together and get off the cash and cheddar tickets. Kid, you fighting for the wrong side like black Confederates. You rap, but that's irrelevant. You rap for settlements, you whack and it's evident that you rap for staff presidents. I'm strapped with facts and evidence that you had your preference, but since you came out, y'all been whack ever since. The CIA still can't do it. I don't know what's up. Peace. There's no convincing me not to let you go with this, cause with this hip hop shit, you know we never miss. You know we never miss. Yeah, you know we never miss. Yeah, we in the house, y'all. When you don't stop, y'all. And we don't stop. Dr. Beckett in the house and you don't stop. My name is Mud in the house and you don't stop. My man DJ Rags and you don't stop. My man DJ Boom and you don't stop. My man Dwayne Philosophy and you don't stop. I can't forget Blind Optics, you don't stop. I can't forget Mr. Daddy, you don't stop. I can't forget my man Flocko, you don't stop. And you don't stop. And you don't stop. My man Destruct in the house and you don't stop. My man Primo Cinematic, you don't stop. You don't quit, y'all. Yes, y'all. You don't quit, y'all. You never quit, y'all. You don't quit, y'all. You never quit, y'all. You don't quit, y'all. You never quit, y'all. Yeah. Hip hop for 2000. Check it out, y'all. Jazz addicts in the place, yo. Dr. Beckett in the place, yeah. For the vibe, y'all. Come on.
Come on, yo. Na 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 na. Come on, yo. Na 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 na. Yeah. Na 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 na.